So to go ahead and get started on this sugar skull, the first thing we need to do is paint our face white. So I'm just using a waterproof makeup stick. This is actually in the shade Pearl White because I didn't have a full-on white, and this is by the company Olivia. I've never actually heard of it, but I have used it quite a few times and it works great. And I did set that with a translucent powder as well. Now I'm taking a nude eyeliner. This one is by Rimmel, and I really wanted to kind of sketch out what I was going to do first, since this is something I've never attempted before. So I went ahead and kind of drew the circles around my eyes because I knew that that was gonna be the focal point of this look. And then also doing the little flower detail, I guess that's what you call it, I'm not really sure. You make the little loops around that circle and it makes it look like a pretty flower. I'm going ahead and sketching all of that out with the nude stick first. That way I kind of knew where I needed to put my paint. And I'm actually using a very small detail paintbrush, and I'm going in with some Ben Nye FX cream color in the shade black, and I'm just kind of sketching around the eyes and also going over those little loops for the flower detail, all with black paint. And even though this was kind of a tedious process, I really wanted to kind of take my time and not screw this up since I hadn't practiced this look. So now I'm going in with some eyeshadow primer. This is by Nars, and I used it on my lid and underneath of my eye because I'm putting eyeshadow all around this circle. And to do this look, I'm going in with the Take Me to Brazil palette by BH Cosmetics. This was the perfect palette for this look. And I'm starting with that bright pink shade in the palette and doing this all around my lid, and I'm also going to bring this all underneath of the eye as well and just really kind of bring that down and smoke it out. And basically what we're going to do is layer colors. So the next color I'm going in with is this blue teal kind of shade, and I'm going to layer that over top of the pink, again bringing it underneath of the pink as well and blending those two colors together so that it looks pretty seamless. We don't want any harsh lines going from each color. We want it to kind of be a gradient finish. Then I'm going to finish off with the black. I wish I would have used maybe paint for this. I'm not sure what would have worked a little better, but eyeshadow was all I really had, and it was the least messy in my opinion. So I'm just using the black to go all around the outside of that circle, and again just building up the color. It does take a little while to kind of build up the intensity, and I will go back in with a smaller detail brush like I'm doing right here and kind of intensify everything a little bit more, and take your time to kind of blend those colors together so that it does look like a nice pretty gradient finish. And now I'm actually going in with a lip liner. This is by Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. This is the shade Hoochie. It's kind of a pinky purpley color, and I filled in all of the little flower detail on one side with that shade. And then on the other eye, I went in with the shade by NYX. It's called Sweet Pink. It's a little bit of a brighter pink shade. And then once you've filled that in, I actually went back into the palette and used the bright pink shade to intensify all of those little loops, and then the purple shade to intensify the loops on the opposite eye. Basically the corresponding colors in the palette that matched the lip liners. So then after that, I went in with a liquid liner. This one I started out with the almay liner and it was not working in my favor. I was trying to outline all of the little loops to make sure that they stood out, and it just was not working, and then my camera cut off. So I went ahead and outlined all of those with the NYX liquid liner, and I also did a wing on my top lash line, and I'm just filling in my waterline with a black pencil as well, and then smoking all of that out with the black eyeshadow in the palette. Then I went back over with a little bit more face paint because I felt like I'd been touching my face and things were kind of fading a little bit. Now going in with that nude liner, I'm trying to kind of outline what I wanted to kind of draw on my face. This was all kind of freestyle, you guys. I had never done this before. I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't sure what it was supposed to look like, but I felt like I just needed to be as creative as I possibly could. Now, I do understand that some of these actually kind of look like sperm, so don't come for me when you see these, but it does come together in the end, okay? I did know that I kind of wanted to create like a heart shape in the middle of the forehead, so that's what I attempted to do. You guys, I know this was kind of, I was on the struggle bus because I really wasn't sure how this was going to come out, but I was doing my best to be creative. So then I just filled in all of these little designs with the black cream paint from Ben Nye, and then I started on the nose. The nose, I really tried to take my time because I feel like that is something that really brings a sugar skull to life, is the nose. So I really took my time and kind of outlined the nose exactly how I wanted it, filled it all in with the cream paint, and then I went over all of the little black designs as well as the nose with the black shadow to intensify it and make sure that it was set so that it wouldn't budge. Now I'm using a little bit of shading on these designs. On one side I used a orange out of the palette, and then on this side I'm using the green eyeshadow just to kind of shade around those designs. And again, using the orange on one side and the green on the opposite side on the forehead. I feel like I wanted more color, and that just kind of brought it to life even more. Now I'm adding some more designs on the face. Again, I know these look a little bit like sperm, but it's okay. It's going to come together. It looks really cool in the end. And I'm filling that in and intensifying everything. And now I wanted to go ahead and do the lips, and so I went in with the NYX lip liner in the shade Sweet Pink to match the eyes and everything, and I went in with the CoverGirl Queen Collection Major Shade Liquid Lipstick in the shade Flamingo. I wanted it to really match the eyes so that it would kind of, be a cohesive look, if you will, and it was like the perfect shade, you guys. It was so awesome. So going in with my NYX liquid liner, I went ahead and drew 2 lines on the side of my mouth, and my camera decided to cut off on me again, but I drew a line down the center of my lips, and then I continued that on either side, which you will see in just a second because my camera cut off. Didn't want me to live today, just didn't want me to live. But you can see how I did the mouth right there. The mouth actually was very, very easy. Now I'm adding some lashes to make the eyes really pop, and I'm using the Virago Babe lashes in the style Jules. They are nice and big and fluffy, and I love them. Adding a little bit of mascara to the lower lash line, and I used the Bad Girl Bang mascara. Now I wanted to really do something to the bottom half of my face, and I'm using that liquid liner by NYX. Best liquid liner to do this with, in my opinion. And I drew kind of a half circle and then kind of like a little teardrop, if you will, and I colored it in with that same pink liner. And now I decided to go ahead and do those same little flower loops on this part of the face. If I had to do this over again, I'd probably change it up a little bit, but it is what it is. And then I alternated the green and the orange to really tie those colors back into the look as well, which I think it ended up looking really pretty cool. And then to shade in the little bit left on the chin, I went in with that teal color, just again trying to bring all of those colors back in together and make it all look cohesive and like this was actually a sugar skull. Now I wanted to add some jewels, and this is just some jewels I picked up from Michael's, and I'm using some lash glue to apply that. Super easy to do, and I could have been here all day long adding these jewels because I just felt like they just looked so pretty. So I just kind of decided where to place them. I placed a few on the forehead, right on the inner corners, on the cheeks, and also on the other 2 black designs on the cheeks. But honestly, you could put these rhinestones anywhere and it's going to just take that look to the next level, and it's just going to make it look even better. Of course, any type of glitter and sparkle is going to make this look good. So now I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Liner. This is in the shade Distortion. It's kind of like an iridescent color, and I'm just doing that in the crease of the eye to add some more sparkle. And of course, I have to go in with some glitter, so I'm going in with the Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics Loose Glitter in the shade Fae. Again, it's a very like iridescent type of glitter. It's so pretty. This just kind of did it for me. This kind of brought that look all the way home for me, and I just started adding glitter all over the eyes. I kind of wanted to concentrate it on the bottom part of the eye, and then I used a little highlighter brush to dip into that loose glitter and kind of put it over the rest of the eye. And then I also put it on the lips to really make that sparkle as well. And that is really it for this look, you guys. And I sprayed it so that it didn't budge. And there you go. That is my sugar skull makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already.